this down a little bit. Just everyone, just making sure. Just making sure the audio's good. I might turn it on. But all right. Hey everyone. Just gonna check real quick, make sure the audio is good. Yeah, just let me know if the audio is good, and yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're good here. It's good enough. Here, I'm gonna turn this down a little more just make sure. I just need to make sure you guys hear me. So, let's see. Oh my god, there's plenty of people here. Okay, so, just to get out of the way and everything. So, okay, so I gotta stop saying so. We're gonna be doing a quick stream today. And how quick, I don't know. For all I know, it might be as long as the usual streams. But I wanted to be quick just because, basically, so today I was trying to, and actually I'm just gonna turn the videos off and everything, just so we can talk before I put the music back on. So, so today I was trying to basically trying to finish up the remaining pages that I had to get, that I wanted to get done for the harvest, because basically what my plan was, and what it basically still is, but like, you know, I would have liked it to be a little more like, you know, let's get this done better and everything. Where do I start first? Okay, so I was trying to get the last remaining pages, which is basically 5 pages left. I'm on the 5th one right now, so after this it'll be the 4th, and so of the harvest. Like, it's basically, for those who don't remember or don't remember what I've said and everything, we basically started the campaign, and when we started the campaign, we had 12 pages left to pencil, basically. So on my end, I had 12 pencils left, so now we're down to 5, including the one that I'm currently at right now. So basically, I wanted to try to get them done by the end of this week, but like, it just wasn't happening. And excuses. I'm gonna tell you what though. The main excuse is there's a lot of cards I had to draw, and oof. Still going to get your book on my birthday. Oh, sweet, awesome. Let's see here, but yeah, that's mainly the excuse. Basically, there's a lot of buildings and cars and stuff that I have to do for the last one, for the last few pages. So can you tell us about the bully character? I cannot. Okay, Igor, specifically for you and everything. I think you're the one who's asking a lot of questions and everything on social media and everything. I'm just gonna say this right now. I really can't answer the questions, only because one, we're trying to like save stuff for actual surprises and everything. Yeah, we're trying to save stuff for actual surprises, and 2, it's like I'm basically usually very tired or busy to like answer big questions like that. So like, yeah, that one now. Cards are tough. Yeah, cards are tough. Okay, you know what? Hang on. Let me actually first say. Let me actually say also real quick that, okay, so why am I streaming right now? If I wanted to get these pages out, why am I streaming right now? So basically last night, I don't know, yesterday, or I think maybe the day before, either way, I basically made a quick little like bet or promise So, for those who don't know, we've been doing the Harvest campaign, a crowdfunding campaign that we've been doing for our book. The Harvest is the sequel to Spirits Bloom. Um, my mind's all over the place, so there we go. And yeah, we opened a crowdfunding campaign, and just so and like around like about a week, maybe a little under, but about a week and everything, we already made our main goal, which was 15K. So at this point, we are just now reaching certain stretch goals, and what those stretch goals are. And actually, here, let me see if I can pull up an image just for everyone to see. Let me pull the image that now would be actually inaccurate because now we just reached 20K and everything. But here, let me show you guys. I've been posting it everywhere, but I'll show you guys the image with all the stretch goals and everything. Now the stretch goals are basically just like random pieces of art that I thought up of and just figured like, hey, let's try to reach these goals, and if we reach them, I will draw these pieces and everything. So yeah, let me just make sure that I put this on the screen for people to see. Actually, let's see. I don't want to get rid of this. So okay, I was basically trying to set this up. So before I went live, I was setting everything up, and everything just wanted to start updating, and things were not working properly. So I had to make sure everything started working properly again. So here we go. Okay, so yes, so we've already reached 15K, which was our main goal. Which, by the way, again, thank you all so much, and it's for supporting the campaign so far. And also, it's just crazy that we got there. I already said this online, but it's crazy that we already got there. So, and we have so many days left, and yeah, and right now we just reached 20K. So I gotta actually edit this at some point to actually show everyone, hey, we already reached this point, so let's try to get further up and everything. So but basically, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, I put it back over here. So basically, it was either yesterday or the day before, I promised that if we reached 20K, basically by today, I would then live stream the promised art piece for the 20K, for the 20K stretch goal, which was a picture of teenage Irma and Connor. So here's the thing, though, I've actually already done teenage Irma and Connor before for a commission. Which here, let me find the piece real quick, just so I can show you guys. Let's see here. Commissions. Which one is that? Which by the way, basically the reason why I wanted to get one of the reasons why I wanted to get the pages out of the way is basically because after I do the pages, I've been slogging on getting commissions done. So basically, once I get those pages done, I'm basically gonna spend a whole week to get as many of the commissions done as I can. Which yeah, and so yeah, so I actually did this as a commission, and to say people liked it when I posted it publicly might be an understatement. So yeah, today I am going to do another piece, and me and Gator already talked about what I should draw, so it's probably gonna be something. So this is probably gonna be a much quicker version of something that he already had in mind for when he basically. Because let me tell you guys something right now. Gator really wants to do Teenage Irma. Like he wants to do stories for Teenage Irma. Like he is desperate to get to stories for Teenage Irma because so like you guys and basically what my one thing was that I didn't want to do a time skip, so it was kind of one of those like, yeah, I don't want to do a time skip, so I was just like, so we again and this has been like the plan this year for when I finally get back to the main Irma comic, which is basically going to be after that whole week of commissions and stuff. Where basically we want to gradually age her up and everything. So, sorry, there's a lot of uhs coming out of me and coming out of my mouth and everything. I literally today, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm pretty wiped out, and yet I was trying to get these pages done and everything. So basically, Gator called me up and here I'm just gonna go back on the camera real quick right before we get into this. So basically, I was trying to get these pages done, but I was already stuck on the page that I was trying to do yesterday. Again, a lot of cars and a lot of buildings. So, and by the way, even though I grabbed like 3D images, like I grabbed like 3D models, snapshot them, and put them into the page so that I can then trace. Yep, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. I'm a faker and everything. I traced over images of 3D models of cars to try to speed up the process and everything. And even then, that still took a while. I'm sorry. I'm a fake. I traced over the cars and drew literally everything else. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's shaming me and totally not saying, yeah, that they totally get it. Yeah, no. By the way, I'm gonna say right now, cars specifically, and by the way, specifically, actual real cars that I have to draw. Those are probably like one of the only things that I will unapologetically actually trace over, just because. Christ, cars are a pain. So, which basically means, don't ask me to draw a transformer in its vehicle mode. So, let's see here. Did we just see a glance of Teen Sydney and your, okay, I might as well show you guys real quick. So yeah, basically today I was still stuck on the same page. And Gator called me up and he was just wondering what the progress was, and he basically just said, like, dude, just live stream the art piece, and then the art that I promised, and then just call it. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. So once I'm done with this, I'm gonna call it for today. Just in general, if I draw something, it'll just be some random stuff that I just feel like drawing. But yeah. So, and speaking of, how about I actually get into this damn thing, huh? I keep saying this is gonna be quick. By the way, yes, that was Teenage Sydney that you saw. I don't even know. Yeah, the funny thing is, I don't even know if the person wanted me to show this one. Oops. So, yeah, this is a Teenage Sydney. And this is one of the commissions. So, but anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Please hurry up. I just realized that y'all could see one of the pages. There we go. All right. So, pain of being a Transformers fan and having to draw vehicles. Oh my god, yeah. Which is probably why Grimlock is actually one of my favorite Transformers ever. Not just because he's the T-Rex Transformer, but also, oh, I get to draw a robot T-Rex instead of a car. Cool. All right. So, and actually, here, now that I got that done, now that I got all of that out of the way, I said this was going to be quick, and yet, here we are. Let me look for some music to put on. Let's put on some of that royalty-free jazz while I get this done, shall we? Here, let me just make sure that everything's set up right. Alright, yep. Alright, I think we're good there. Now, I'm gonna have to probably pull up the original, like, images, the original commission image that, the original art that I did for reference. But, yeah. Since one of your stretch goals is Irma hugging Batman, is she gonna hug Bruce Wayne or Terry McGinnis? You know what? Good question there. As much as I would like for it to be Terry, I think a lot of people, especially, it's totally not Gator, who totally did not threaten me, put me under his car and said, "You better draw Bruce." But yeah, I'm gonna draw Bruce. I'm gonna draw Bruce, and not Terry. By the way, that was all a joke. That was all a joke. That was all a joke. Totally a joke. Totally a joke. Totally a joke. Totally a joke. Look at me. Look at me. It was a joke. Where are we in this thing? All right. Now let's actually get into this damn thing here. So, not that. Let's start with this. Let me get this together for. Where's the commission image that I already did, or the art? So we can actually just do bring this in. Aha. Here we go. All right. So again, the art that I'm drawing is basically based off an idea that Gator wants, that Gator had in mind for a scene in one of his story ideas for Teen Irma. So let's see if I can pull this off. And again, and this is not going to be like a fully detailed piece, hopefully. So, you know. And by the way, designs of the characters subject to change, obviously. Obviously, whenever we do get around to actually doing this. Not that I'm saying we will, but okay. Basically, you know, by the time we might actually do this, designs might change. So, just a current concept, we get it. Yep. So let's see. I guess I'll start. Yeah, I guess I'll start with Irma. also, doing these, along with doing these last final pages and everything, there's also I recently got some. I recently got some new grips for the for my Apple Pencil. So, basically, instead of say, what was it? Someone called this. So this is the one I usually do. I usually use, and someone kept calling this a hot dog bun. I don't know. I forgot which one of you said that. I think I saw you in this chat before, but yeah, one of you guys kept calling this a hot dog bun. Right now, I am using this, which so far it's comfortable. Just gotta readjust myself to it because I've been using these for quite a bit. So. Imsania. Was that you, Imsania? Alright. Alright, so. But yeah, so far, it's pretty comfy. Can't complain too much about it. I have like another one, so basically, I had it ordered, and then I ordered another one just because it was taking long to show up, but here, I'm gonna turn down a little bit. Where is my art style inspired from? That's really quiet. That's really, really quiet. So I'm just going to turn this up just a slight bit on your guys' end. But at least I can hear myself more through the jazz. So let's see. Sorry, a lot of setup right now. There's a bunch of things that inspired my art. Honestly, a lot of things just over time. One of my main inspirations was there were these webcomics that I used to read all the time by a guy named I think his online alias is Bleedman. I discovered a lot of I discovered some webcomics made by him and got inspired by his art style. And from there, it was just like a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of different things, including plenty of comic book inspirations. And honestly, right now, I will say, I am a bit tired to name a bunch on the top of my head. You know, the funny thing is, I actually used to, because what was it? When I was more active on DeviantArt, and by the way, I still am active on DeviantArt, but it's just, you know, compared to like, say, Blue Sky and Twitter and stuff, I'm not nearly as active on there. He's drawn Irma a few times. Yeah, I've seen some of the art. I think there was only like one where I was like. I forgot which one it was because he was doing like art, which by the way I will say the fact that he seems to be a fan of my own stuff and everything is kind of crazy, but he was doing like fan art based off some of the Irma Ween entries I've done, and I think there was only one of them where I was like, you know what, no more Irma Ween. I forgot which one it was. I think it was the one where she looks like death. So, and the only reason it was just because he took the opportunity to make it sad, to make it depressing, and literally I was like, you know what, enough of this. Not really, but it was still well drawn and everything. But it was just kind of like, Jesus. I think it was literally just like, shh, shh. It's like, well, go ahead and do your job. And literally, it was like, she had to take care of a dead rabbit or something, and it was just like, Jesus. but no, his fan art has been pretty cute. And let's see here. Minion King Carl. Oh, Minion King Carl is here. Will you look at that? How you doing? How you doing? For those who don't know, Minion King Carl is participating in something that I didn't even know was a thing, but I think it's just because I keep forgetting it's a thing, which is like it's one of those monthly like art trends or challenges or whatever, where they just draw a bunch of yokai. So just doing a little shout out for Carl. Check out his stuff because it's very cute. As well as Cartoon Bud, because Cartoon Bud, I do see some of your art sometimes, and it is pretty cute as well. So now watch everyone's gonna be like, what about me? It's like like, I've probably seen it before. I'm tired. I'm just shouting out a couple people, please. All right. Now let's get to Connor a little bit here. And by the way, I had to preface this on like the way I'm drawing these characters right now for their teenage years is basically still like the concept for now, because I might change up Amy and Terry possibly and everything. Basically, so when I started drawing Connor for the commission, the one thing I realized about how I drew Amy and Terry was it was like everyone's skinny, like everyone's kind of skinny, and it kind of made me think of like a lot of like fan art of like, you know, like here's the teenage version of the characters that you know that are kids and everything, and it's like they're all skinny. And like nothing like, and granted, like nothing like against that and everything. It was kind of a thing that I realized where it was just like, huh, you know what, Connor, I'm gonna have you be a little thicker, and everything, a little chubbier and everything, just to kind of vary up the body types and everything. So yeah, the idea is basically that Connor is he gained some weight and everything, but you know, it's basically just to add some variety to the body types and stuff, to Irma and her friends, the gang of Irma and her friends and everything. So Connor, I'm pretty sure you just called me fat. Yeah, you're fat. You're fat. But yeah, and that's probably going to be and granted, maybe probably down the line and everything, that'll probably be like a sort of similar idea, which is just like, all right, when we see the characters older, how about we not just do, okay, it's them but taller and skinnier instead. It's like, yeah. So anyway, I think that was kind of like the thought process behind it. So. Also, let's give him a few more freckles, actually. Uh, it's funny though. I'm probably completely butchering whatever was going on in Gator's head, but I don't care. But I don't care. I'm just doing this right now, and then we'll figure it out later. So, let's see here. I think what I'll also do is do a few. Like, I'm gonna try to do some little tiny silhouettes in the back and everything, and then put the moon right over here. Give everybody wants. I mean, here's the thing. About that. Usually we're like 90% on the same page. Like, we're thinking the same thing, the exact same thing. There's just some times where it's just like, okay, but I meant like this. All right, here we go. And for Irma specifically, I'm just gonna have her wear what I had her. I'll probably just have her wear what I had her wear at the in the original comic. In the original April Fool's comic, that was totally funny. And you guys totally were laughing and totally not screaming at me that you actually wanted this, right? Right? You guys get like are fine with me playing with your emotions, right? Right. Hang on. Let me see if I can find the original image. If not, I'm gonna have to embarrass myself and then just look on Webtoon real quick. I should have the original image. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me I'm gonna pull up the BRB real quick just so I can see if I'm just. Alright, I'm back. Ugh. Jeez. Y'all saw nothing. Alright. Hang on, let me bring this up here. I am being so professional. You know what's fun? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? The one thing I am really afraid of whenever I do these streams, and granted, I try to prep myself before I do these streams, but I can never know. That's like I am so afraid to accidentally have something in the frame where it's just like where it's basically like oh, would you look at that? It's your address. Let me just screenshot that and post and just totally not post that shit like everywhere or keep it for myself and then come and find you. That's one of my fears when going on stream. Besides making a fool of myself, which I tend to do. So I don't even know anymore. I'm a lost cause for that. You've leaked stuff before. It was funny. Oh wait, wasn't one of the things that happened to me? I don't even remember if it was on a public stream and stuff. But I think like literally my mother called me at some point. No, one of my folks called me at some point, and you guys were just like laughing. But anyway. I don't recall that. Good. Recall what? Shut up. I think the funny part was it was literally just the folks were just trying to get in the house and they were just like, let us in. Let us in. Has any company approached you on buying the comic? I don't. No, I don't think we've ever had that. No. Are Teen Irma and Teen Connor dating? Well, guys, here's the thing. I could give you the answer to that, but what do you think? What do you think? Where do you think they're at? Where do you think they're at? Do you think they're good? Do you think they can make it work? Do you think they're dating? Oops, I had the assist thing on, so now Connor has the same the same ear accessories. Hang on. We'll just be friends. Shatter everyone's dreams. hit him with that friend zone. Anyway, let's see. All right. Oh, hang on. You know what? Before I go any further, let me do this real quick. Because Kirsten Steelander, aka Kyra Scribbles, always. Oh shit! Hang on. Whoop. Always asks. Apparently, she always misses out on these streams, so I don't know if she'll want to be. If she'll want to join in now, but I'm just gonna send her. Is that the Happy Birthday song I'm hearing on this jazz? I think that is. It's not my birthday. My birthday happened a while ago, so. Okay. Alright, I think I'm done with that. Bam. Alright. Okay, I think I'm actually done with that, so I think now, yeah, now we're just, yeah, let's start getting to this. I don't know who iShow Speed is. Is it? I don't know. Is that the streamer who keeps getting all cross-eyed and just starts screaming a lot and everything? Although now that I say that, there could be quite a few of them. So I don't know. Here's the thing. When it comes to like popular online personalities and stuff, I am completely out of the loop. I do not know. Like, I'll like hear about someone and I'll just be like, I don't know who this is. Am I just like out of the loop? I guess I am. Just like in my own little cave, under my own little rock, basically, of just like internet stuff. All right. Like, there's so many influencers and internet personalities and stuff now. It's just like, okay, I don't know who this is. Like, did you hear what this guy did? No. Who are you? Get out of my house. Anyway, let's see here. There's the earrings. Oh god, I'm looking at the time now. Yeah, okay, I said this was gonna be short. I'm basically doing a similar length to like how the streams usually go. So which whatever. Again, I did promise to do this. It's just Alright. Oh, also, So maybe if not tonight, then tomorrow I'm gonna try to go see Weapons, the recent horror movie. And so last weekend I kind of went because I feel like I've been missing out on some because I've just been recently realizing that like horror movies right now seem to be in this golden age or in this renaissance, and yet I have yet to actually like sit down to, or at least it feels like I have yet to sit down and fully embrace everything, or at the very least a good chunk of everything. So last weekend, because Weapons is directed by the same guy who directed Barbarian. I was like, all right, screw it, I'm gonna watch Barbarian. And Gator had constantly been recommending me Barbarian, and now because he just saw Weapons, he's constantly recommending Weapons. So I'm gonna try to see Weapons, if not tonight, then tomorrow. And Barbarian was. I'm gonna say this. I have not screamed what just happened so many times in one watch in a long time. But it happened. Oh yeah. By the way, just to be clear, I don't want any spoilers in the chat and everything for Weapons. Uh, but yeah, again, I'm gonna see that, and I'm also gonna try to see what was it? The what was it? I think it was. Oh yeah, it was Gendy Karatowski's new movie, Fixed, which is which seems to be a really raunchy comedy, but I don't know. I've heard from people like that it's actually pretty funny, especially if you're a dog owner. That's pretty funny, but I will say I don't think those trailers did the movie justice. That seems to be happening with a lot. That seems to be a curse with a lot of animated movies. I don't know. Is that a curse with just a lot of recent movies, especially comedies? Or is it just mainly animated movies where it's like, for some reason, it's like, these trailers are not really selling me on this movie, and then all of a sudden, the movie's actually really good, or at the very least, it's not nearly as bad as it looked. And from that trailer, and it's like, dude. But yeah, I'm gonna try to watch Fixed as well. And here's the thing. Usually with raunchy adult comedies, I usually am just like, whatever. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I remember now. I gave her short hair, so actually, instead of all this, we're just gonna stop this. We're just gonna stop the hair right here. That Get Out was nominated under musical and comedy. Musical? I mean, I get the comedy part. It is kind of a funny movie, even though it's still a horror movie, but musical. I might have to rewatch that movie just to see what the hell they're talking about. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do the swings and just get these out of the way. Oh no, am I gonna have to do the one thing I've been refusing to do, which is draw chains? God, do I have a brush to get me out of this? It doesn't seem I do. Oh wait, there's something right there. Let me see if I can cheat. I'm gonna cheat. Let's see, I'm gonna try this. That. Actually, I'm gonna move this a little closer. All right. So fill that. By the way, for those who wonder why I'm resisting on drawing chains traditionally and stuff, brain fart. It's because a while ago, I think it was like I drew Sora from Kingdom Hearts for like a subscriber, no, a follower goal or something. I had to draw Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and I just realized that I'm in my own hell because now I gotta do this. Actually, no, I don't have to go through each individual ones. Hell with it. This is just supposed to be a quick little thing. Screw you. You have to draw. You also have to draw a ton of. Oh yeah, that's right. I also have to draw a ton of chains for the for the night parade stuff. And I think, yeah, after that, it was just like, I don't want to draw chains again. Or at the very least, I don't want to draw them for a long time. And actually, you know, the funny thing is, I don't think I actually need to draw that many of them. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna, like, do this, and then just keep drawing from here, and then worry about that later. See here. See, this is the chaos that you guys don't see a lot of behind the scenes and everything. Just of like, although if you're a digital artist and everything, you probably know the chaos, but it's just like, okay, calculate in my head. What do I keep calculating in my head? What do I have to do to get the results and everything? And unfortunately, I run into a bit of the irony of spending so much time trying to get the fastest way done possible. You live in the chaos? Yeah. I want to do a Bane voice, but I'm too tired to do a Bane voice right now. Alright. Alright. Would baby Irma get along with baby Mitsupomo? I mean, I don't know. Because babies can just on a whim, just start being chaotic in their own way. And the one thing is, like, you don't know which baby's gonna actually be sort of the trouble child. Brandon, do you like Connor? Do you like the character? I don't think I'd still be drawing him if I didn't like him. It's a very odd question, actually. Why? Is there a theory going on that I don't because I don't draw him as much? Is that what it is? What are my opinions of... Oh, Fantastic Four? Right? Fantastic Four? Well, here we go. I didn't see it, but that's just because, like, I got really busy with stuff, and by the time... that I had time, I just kind of just... I unfortunately have become that person that's just like, you know what, I'll just wait. I'll just wait. So, make that for what you will. But I will see it at some point, because I was actually curious about that movie. And right now, again, like for me, like between Fantastic Four and Weapons, I kind of just want to go see Weapons. I have a question. Well, you don't have to shout, Andrew. Don't shout. In fact, you know what? I want to hear your question. Zip it. Since you won't be so loud. Has Connor's parents seen Nancy's room? I mean, yeah, but she usually hides all the stuff that she pins up to the wall. Oh, well, look who it is. It seems Kira's here. Go on and say hi, everyone. As while I totally black out and totally completely forget what I was about to say. But yeah, Fantastic Four, I'll probably just watch it when it gets onto Disney Plus. I mean, Andrew, you can ask your question. By the way, Andrew, you can ask your question. I was just kind of teasing it just because it was like you were commenting like you were screaming very loud. So, you know. Well, thank you, Zeta. Again, for those who are just joining, who might not know or anything, I am doing one of the art stretch goals for the Harvest campaign, which we have already met our main goal, and now are just doing stretch goals. And the stretch goals are just random art pieces that I decide to list. And again, let me find the list right here, just so you can see, just so that everyone can see again. Which are these. So currently, right now, I'm doing this, and we have a whole bunch of these left to go. And yeah, if we reach, I hope we do get to reach all of the goals. Yes, including this one. Here's the thing. If anyone knows my history at this point with this character right here, you know that I love bullying Waluigi. However, I am willing to put that all aside. I will draw Irma hugging Waluigi. No ironic thing whatsoever. I'm not gonna like pull the rug from under you guys or anything. I will suck up every bit of pride that I have. Which, now that I think about it, that's really lame. Pride over my bullying of Waluigi. That sounds really lame. But basically, yeah, I'll throw all the memes aside to draw this if we reach this goal. And basically, the more of these goals that we reach, it not only guarantees obviously more books to be printed, but it's basically giving more support to Outcast as a whole. So yeah, like it basically all goes back. It goes back to the company. It goes and yeah. So let's see here. Oh, and by the way, if you hear any yelling and stuff like that, that would be my mother downstairs. She's trying to make sure the dogs behave. So anyway, but yeah. So currently, right now, we just passed 20K, and I am drawing the piece that I promised there. So let's see right now. The dog's bursting anyways to say hi. You know, the funny thing is, they actually usually do that, but I kept the door super closed. So, for all I know, they might bust in like Kool-Aid Man. So, all right. You know, the funny thing is that I'm like paying close attention to everything that I'm drawing right now. I should just like kind of try to blast through this thing. I'm trying to blast through this thing as much as I can, but I can't help myself. You know what? Let me try this brush right here. For those who do digital art and everything, you ever have those brushes where it's like, usually you would use those brushes, but like it's like I'm not feeling up for that one today. Let me just do this and everything. And they don't look that different from each other, but it's just one of those that's like, it's the feel of it. I'm just feeling up for this one. That's basically what I'm doing right now. For this, for the brushes that I'm currently doing. For sure, yeah. Oh damn! Look at that. Now I'm actually kind of blasting through it. Huh. All right. Let's see here. I'll just fill in right over here. Nah, not even that. I'll just do this. I'm just gonna give Connor a kind of a generic shirt and everything, so just gonna get this done faster. I was trying to think of some sort of thing to put on, specific thing to put on a shirt, but no. Does Terry? Well, I don't know if I want to answer that one. Because what is it? The feelings that certain characters will feel for each other in their teenage years and stuff. We haven't really decided on that yet, but you know, when we eventually get to that, that's when we're gonna fully decide on that. So let's see here. Irma looks a little. Does she look a little chubby? That's not chubby. I don't know what you're talking about. If that's chubby to you, then good lord, I don't want to know what skinny looks like. Who was Emiko's first love? I mean, she likely maybe had a crush on someone back when in her teenage years, back like when she hung out more with the yokai and everything. But I don't know, stuff like that. And actually, here's the thing. Speaking of like Emiko's love life and everything, we may or may not have an idea for something down the line. I don't want to say what it is, because this was another one of Gator's story ideas, and when he brought it up to me, I was like, yeah, that's sick. So good I used the word sick. Alright. What's the Blairwood School's mascot? So we actually just discussed this recently. So the Blairwood Elementary mascot is the Black Cats, and the high school mascot is the Crows. Which I feel like that's one we could definitely share. Yeah. So yeah, the Blairwood Black Cats for the youngins for Irma's school, and the Crows for the school that Felicia goes to. This might be a spoilerly question, but if we ever return to Japan, if we learn more about the other yokais that we saw, then we were able to like with the 910 Fox and everything. I feel like with those characters, that would be more of a like, if we have a story idea for like a Tales of Outcast type of thing, we would definitely do that. Connor's got the relaxing. When you look, yeah. The funny thing is, so when I was designing the teenage versions of these characters, I like looked up. I was like, okay, teenage fashion. What like Like, what are we thinking? And then literally, the one thing that I think I'm starting to realize is like, in recent years, it's like teenagers like damn near wear the same type of stuff that my generation wore and everything. For the most part, you may have some things that stick out, but you know, it's like it's usually just hoodies, maybe some collared shirts, but usually it's t-shirts, yeah, and hoodies and all that. So it's like, yeah, just yeah, it's like just put them in a hoodie, just put them in a t-shirt and hoodie. And also another thing too is like when I try to look up like, you know, casual wear or fashion and stuff like that, a lot of times it's like when when I get the results I get are usually it's like I don't think that's casual. Like maybe it's just me, but it doesn't look like it's casual. Because to me, casual is just like, all right, you put, all right, just a random thing you just throw on real quick and then boom, out the door. But some fits that I see, it's like that doesn't look like you just threw it on and boom, out the door. So, yeah. All right, I think I'm done with at least the line work for these two. And yeah, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, this definitely was not a short string. So let's try to get this done as fast as possible. I know I keep saying that, but all right. Actually, can I just do this? Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Bring it up here. Right. Oh wait, hang on. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I could probably just do this. Just reference. Yeah, make this layer a reference. And oh, hang on. Oh god, here we go. Here comes like the one pain in the ass thing about being a digital artist and stuff. When you have to close in the one damn thing, the one little space, just to like fill in the, just to get the paint bucket tool to fill everything in, and not just go everywhere. So, insert, invert, bam. Also, I'm just not realizing that Connor doesn't look like he's looking at her directly. You know, let me try to move his eyes down, or at the very least, let's see. Yeah, it kind of looks like he's looking up. So, hang on. Let's just move these. Let's just move these bad boys down a little bit. Did I just call them bad boys? What the hell? Jesus, all right, excuse. I'm tired. Woo. I'll keep using "I'm tired" as the excuse. By the way, I think this has been said before, but like there's like this thing that I'm currently doing right now where it's like, at first, so basically I had realized that I keep saying "I'm tired" through so many times throughout the week. So eventually, so it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to not say I'm tired throughout the week. And eventually, I just kept saying it. I just eventually caught myself saying it. So now basically the challenge is try to say it the least amount of times. Like just try not to say it as much as you can. So, and the funny thing is, putting that challenge on myself, it's actually kind of working. It not fully, but like, not fully. Yeah, not fully, but it's like, I'm at the very least not constantly saying it, like every few seconds. Which unfortunately, yeah, that's unfortunately a thing that has happened. we go. We see Irma explore more of the wider supernatural world. We would like to get to that point, because we do have ideas for other stuff outside of Blairwood and everything. For me, it's just like we had spent so much time outside of Blairwood that I just want to keep within Blairwood for a bit before we start going back out again. And hell, I even said to Gator, like, you know what? How about this? The next time we, maybe we have Irma go on a family trip. I don't know, like a road trip or something. Let's see if we could have an excuse to bring the friends with her, because I think that was like one major thing that when I was doing the family reunion story that I was missing big time, which was like, man, I just want to get back to Blairwood just so we can catch up with Amy, Connor, Terry, all those characters. It's yeah. Don't remind me of the time, Doodles. Don't say, hey, it's been this long since you actually fully did this and everything. At this point, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I know you're just saying it, but I don't want to know. Because it's just gonna bring cold sweat down my. It's just gonna cause cold sweat. And just be like, oh, I gotta get back on this. Oh. But anyway. Alright. So I'm basically done with these two. Now let's just get the swings done and get the last remaining bit that I wanted to get done. Which is like a bit of the background. Give a little bit of the. Give a little. Got a cool little simple background for these two, and then that's it. And then we'll basically be done from there. Let's see, can I just do that? Yeah. Oh, hang on. I don't know why. Let's see. Alright, that. I don't know why I'm making this more complicated for myself. Just that, and bam. Yeah, I don't know why I'm making this more complicated for myself. Just because, like. There we go. Sometimes when I do like try to do simple stuff like this, I then get like too into like certain aspects. I mean, granted, here's the thing: every digital artist goes through this. Not even just digital artists. I feel like every artist in general just goes through this, where it's just like, all right, I'm just gonna do a simple thing, and that's it. And then you get so hung up on this one little detail, and then it's like, and then you realize once you like zoom out that it probably didn't matter that much. Maybe. I don't think most people are going to notice certain things. I wish I could find this one meme that I've seen where it's like, I think it's like taken from, it's this like one overused meme taken from, I think it was Duck Dynasty or something, where like where like these two bearded dudes are just yelling at each other, and but like the meme is basically just, it's just like, dude, you don't have to stop focusing on this single minute thing. Like people are not gonna notice it. And then the guy just responds with, "I'm gonna notice it." All right. Okay. All right, we're done with that. Okay. So one last thing to do, which is give it a little background and everything. Oh, oh, here are they asking you questions that are they starting to ask you the questions now since you're here? uh, anyway. I'm just picturing the mentality of just of like, well, he's not gonna answer it, maybe you'll answer it. Just like reveal us the secrets that he will not give away. All right. So this will be the last thing that I do, which is just kind of do a little background here. Feeling questions for you, my lord. Oh my god. What was the? Oh, so okay, so recently, because I'm predicting that we're going to be pretty busy this October, I decided to start taking suggestions for Irma early. And right now, the Patreons get first dibs on like making their suggestions for the first 5 entries. So that's going on right now on Patreon. Which I have been going through some of the suggestions and everything. Got some interesting ones and everything. But one thing that I did state was also like, I think basically like we're gonna be like less like hung up on if something is horror related or not. Obviously, that'd be more encouraged from you guys, but you know, like literally one of the ideas that we threw out was how about Irma as a Gundam, which you know I kind of really want to do that. Media and on webtoons just to kind of get myself prepped for that. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so yeah, I did mention like yeah. So eventually, I will open it up for everyone else to take suggestions. And someone I think said something along the lines of like, "Well, thank you for letting us for giving a chance for us peasants." And I'm like, don't do that. don't say that. Don't say that. Like if I'm if I'm like a rich like monarchy or something, like don't do that. You still owe me the crow, Irma. Kirsten, guess what? That is actually on the list at the very least. There's basically there's like one entry that so back when I originally did try to do the back when I originally did try to do the because what was it? This was before. Yeah, this was like the year when I decided to do the costumes because we got way too busy. I at the very least got one piece done, and I don't even remember if I even showed it off on a stream or anything. But like I'm like this year, because basically on the Patreon I basically said, please suggest a crossover idea and a costume idea, because basically I don't know how busy I'm gonna be. So if push comes to shove, if I have to, I will then just go resort to the costumes again. But I'm basically trying to this year go back to the crossovers. And there is one in particular that I did like on the original year that I decided to do the costumes. And then when I realized that we were going to be way too busy for me to do these, and there goes the dog. That's when I decided to do the costumes. So basically, what I'm saying is, this year, I'm using that original entry that I did. So. Oh, and by the way, for those who wonder which version of the Crow I'm probably going to use, it's either going to be Brandon Lee or the original comic book Crow. Which by the way, Brandon Lee is who I was named after. So there you go. I'm pretty sure a lot of Brandons were named after Brandon Lee, but yeah, But yeah, I was named after Brandon Lee. Actually, now that I think about it, that probably would just make more sense if I just drew the Brandon Lee version. I don't know. I'll see which version I do. The funny thing is though, because me and Gator were discussing that, and then literally, he asked which version I was going to do. Hence why I brought this up. And literally, I was like, I don't know, probably either the comic book version or the Brandon Lee version. And he's like, are you going to do the recent movie version? I was like, well, I haven't seen that version, so probably not. And he was like, good, because it sucked. I was like, all right, I'll take your word for it. I didn't see it, so. Yeah, I think we're good with that. Now, make the background white. And the last remaining things I will do is this. I'm gonna fade this into a white. Actually, what I'm gonna probably do is this. Do a fade of white and also a bit of blue, just to kind of keep the blue color going. don't forget to save. Here's the funny thing. Uh, Procreate just kind of saves automatically, so like even if say the program shut down all of a sudden and everything, it actually basically saves my current progress. So if I just let's just say I just like exited out of this thing, it basically keeps the progress. Watch, if I actually do an example of it, it's not gonna do it. It's gonna completely wipe everything. All right. And after that, I will then do the last remaining thing, which is grab my signature. Grab my signature. And just put it on there. AKA my watermark. So yours crashes every 10 autosaves? Are you serious? That oh my god, that Alright, let's grab this. And yes, I know, that's a lot of watermarks. But you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared for, you know, like, for whatever type of artwork you do. So, let's see here. I'll just put her right here. And just fade it a slight bit. You know what's funny? You know what's funny though? When I do see some of my art get reposted, some people go like specifically the art that has this watermark on it. There's plenty of people who are like, I wonder who the artist is. And like, we need to credit him. And literally, it's like, imagine Eggman pissing on the with a laser cannon. So, okay, I think that'll be it. Every time I send you Facebook screenshots, yep. Anywho, okay, I believe that will be it for today, though. Yeah, that'll be it for today. And again, I'm just gonna pull up the thing right. Actually, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go over here. Where are you at? I'm gonna go over here. Because now we are up. We are now up here. There. Fill that in. I tell you guys, this I'll figure that in later. But anyway, yes. So thank you everyone for again. I gotta thank everyone for not only just coming out here but also supporting the Harvest campaign. And again, now that we have passed the 20K goal, let's see if we can get to 25, to 30, 35, maybe up, 35 and up, yeah, all the way up to 60K. I'm just saying, hey, Waluigi fans, I'm just saying, you really love your boy that much. You love your little goblin man that much. Get up there. I'm just saying. If you really love him that much. And also, yes, again, like, because someone did ask before, which is like fair enough. The Batman that Irma is probably gonna hug is Bruce, and that's totally not because Gator has a gun to my head. Totally not. Again, joking. I'm joking. Anyway, I'll probably be posting this up either tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I could just go ahead and just post this right after everything, just because, whatever. But anyway, again, thank you all for coming out, and again, thank you to everyone who has given so much support so far to the campaign. Again, crazy that we already have passed our main goal. So let's just keep going. We can only keep going higher from there. And again, if you don't have anything to contribute or anything to the campaign, that's fine. You can just keep sharing the campaign to your friends, your families, your pets, to the spirits that are definitely in the places you're living at, in your apartment, in your home. They're in there. They're in your walls. They're under your bed, somewhere. And you know what? Hey, if they come out to scare you, just go ahead and share this to them. Maybe they'll contribute. So, anyway, enough babbling. I always keep doing this. Thank you to everyone who's come out here in support and everything. And yeah, I like how this turned out. Yeah, I'm gonna get off now. Maybe go see Weapons tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, stay safe. Have a good weekend, everyone. Stay safe, and be good people. Bye, everyone.